Yo, what's good, chat? What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. Today, obviously, the round of 16 happened. The round of 16 draw, should I say, it happened. And we have some crazy matchups. In this video, we're going to predict all the way to the final and the winner. Um, so, yeah, let's just get started with the top left. As you can see here, the first matchup is PSG versus Chelsea. Obviously, PSG, the holders of the Champions League. Chelsea fighting top four in the Premier League. Also PSG in a title race somehow with Lens. Obviously PSG is in the same team as last season. They've dropped off a lot in form. Chelsea are Chelsea. They're still in the top four race. And overall, I haven't played that good. So keeping all this in mind, I'm gonna go kind of quick. I'm gonna get because obviously this is early. Anything can happen. This is early, so obviously anything can happen. So I feel like PSG will go through in this round of 16 draw. So that puts them in the quarterfinals, and they will face the winner of the next tie, Galatasaray versus Liverpool. Obviously, they faced each other in the group stage. Galatasaray won 1-0. Liverpool dominated the game, but I feel like they had definitely more chances, but Galatasaray obviously took the win in Turkey and Istanbul. But I feel like this time will be different. I feel that Liverpool will go through and set up a quarterfinal of PSG and Liverpool. It's an interesting and very juicy matchup, but we're gonna get to that. We're going to the next quarterfinal. They're English partners, Man City versus Real Madrid. Obviously, I'm a Madrid fan, but all I can say is both teams can go through. Obviously, Real Madrid on Champions League nights, they're a different team. City also have definitely been in better form than Real Madrid have. Obviously, Pep, he has a hella extended contract. But obviously, if he goes trophyless, there could be some concerns about that because he can win the Carabao, but obviously Pep, it might be time to go from City, but I do believe Madrid are different on European nights. I do believe that Real Madrid go through and it sends them to the quarterfinals, and then they will face the winner of Atalanta versus Bayern. And this doesn't need discussion. It's obviously going to be Bayern. Atalanta, good stuff on being the only Italian team to make it through, but it's dark times for Italian football. So then we go to the right side. My bad. The right side of the bracket, as you can see, Newcastle versus Barca is our first matchup on the right side. English team, they already faced each other in the group stage. Barca won 2-1. Rashford brace. At St. James's Park, the atmosphere was crazy. As if you watch the game, I wish an upset happened because obviously I'm always hate watching Barca. I will always want for a hate watch to happen, but I feel like this matchup it just won't happen. So I do think that Barca will go through to the quarterfinal, and they will face the winner of their Spaniard rivals, Atletico, and they will face Tottenham. Tottenham obviously sacked Thomas Frank, got Igor Tudor, lost North London derby like a week ago. Very bad in form. Could get relegated, in danger of being relegated. But Atletico, obviously, rumors that this could be Simeone's last year as manager. They look good against Bruges. They also demolished Barca. We're going to talk about that after. They demolished Barca 4-0 in the Copa del Rey. So I do believe Atletico will go through against Tottenham. It will be a close game than most people think. But yeah, Atletico go through. The second to last quarterfinal is Bodo Glimt versus Sporting. Quarterfinal. Round of 16, my bad. The other round of 16 is Bodo Glimt versus Sporting. This shouldn't even been a round of 16. This should be like a group phase fixture. But here we are. I do think, obviously, Bodo Glimt are 5 games on being in the Champions League. They don't have any league games right now because it's in the middle of winter for them. But I feel like heading into March for these games, I feel like Bodo Glimt's magic will kind of disappear, but I do believe they will take care of Sporting. And they will go with their fairy tale run into the quarterfinals. And they will face Arsenal. I mean, I don't really need much explaining for that. Leverkusen is not going to stand a chance against Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal topped the league phase. They got 8 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. So I do believe they go to the quarterfinals and they will face Bodo Glimt. Then we go back to the top left. We have a quarterfinal of PSG versus Liverpool. Interesting matchup. They already faced each other last season. First leg, we know Henderson definitely saved Liverpool. It should have been PSG win easily that first leg. It could have been like 4-5-1. Obviously, Elliott got the winning goal at like the 80 something minute. I forget, but obviously, and then the second leg, we know Donnarumma saved PSG. PSG obviously dropped in form as well because they've lost Donnarumma. He's off to City. Um, so it's a drop of form, but I still do think they will get the job done. They will beat Liverpool. Liverpool, I mean, they could go through. There could be an argument, but I just feel like PSG, with their team, can make it far. Then we have this other quarter final, Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich, and this is where I believe Real Madrid's journey comes to an end and Bayern goes through. I feel like Real Madrid have not proven themselves against big teams in the Champions League this season. They obviously lost to Liverpool. They lost to City. Um, Obviously, the disaster that happened against Benfica, which are not even a big team. But I do believe this is Real Madrid's end to the tournament, and obviously this is unbiased because I do think they will get eliminated early again in the quarters like they did last season against Arsenal. But yeah, I just think Bayern are a better team. Not I was about to say bigger, not a bigger team, but they are definitely the better team this season. So I believe they go through to the semifinal and sets up a semifinal with PSG and Bayern. Here we go to the other side of the bracket, the right side. The first quarterfinal on this side is Barca versus Atletico. Obviously, we know 4-0. I already mentioned the 4-0 Atletico, the BTA that they gave Barca. We know what happened at the Metropolitano. Um, and call me crazy, but I believe they can eliminate Barca. Barca are not, well, they are heavy favorites. They always are. But apparently they always say next year is our year. But I do think Atletico knock out Barca. That's something that could happen, but it's unlikely. But something I wish would happen, I think can happen. It's not impossible. I know Atletico can do the job. They've obviously showed it this season. Then they would face the winner of the other quarterfinal here on the right side is Bodo Glimt versus Arsenal. No self. This is I don't really need to explain this. Arsenal go through. It's end of Bodo Glimt's fairy tale story. They had a good run. Obviously, Arsenal is just a superior team. I mean, it's Arsenal unbeaten in the league phase. But yeah, sets them up for a semifinal against Atletico. Then on the left side, the semifinal, PSG versus Bayern. Faced each other in the league phase. Bayern won 2, a brace by Luis Diaz, I'm pretty sure, and then Hakimi got injured, and then Luis Diaz got a red card, all that shenanigans. The Club World Cup as well, they played, and I think PSG won that 2-0, if I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But yeah, I feel this time Bayern will be superior to PSG. Bayern will go to the final in at the Puskas Arena in Budapest. I think that's what it's called, Budapest. That's what it was. But I do feel like they will go to the final and PSG eliminate. I don't think PSG even makes the final, let alone back-to-back Champions League titles, which obviously hasn't been done by a club since Real Madrid back in 2017, 2018, and even 2016. They did the 3P, but no team has done the double on the Champions League 2 seasons in a row since Real Madrid. So I don't think PSG will do it either. And then sets up for the final. The other semifinal is Atletico versus Arsenal. Obviously, we could say Haramba versus Haramba, but if you actually watch the sport, you know it's nothing like that. When Atletico want to attack, they attack. Arsenal, when they want to attack, they can attack. They have Saka. Arsenal have Saka, Gyökeres, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Trossard. They got all these attacking players. Also, probably, arguably the best defense in the world with Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, and Calafiori or Hincapié. Obviously, have a good defense. So I do believe that defense will be crucial. Raya could cause some problems because obviously he's not short, but he's also not tall for a goalkeeper to be a world class goalkeeper. So I do think they go to the final against Bayern. That's a so far final, Bayern versus Arsenal, and in Hungary in the Puskás Arena. This is not difficult considering Arsenal's Champions League legacy. But I do believe Bayern win the Champions League this season. They beat Atalanta, they beat Real Madrid, they beat PSG, and they beat Arsenal in the final. That's my prediction. Obviously, this could all change for injuries, team form, suspensions, all that kind of stuff. This could change. This is just an early prediction to see if I get any of these right. That would be cold by me, but But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Um, these are just early predictions. Everything could change. Like, Olise can get injured for Bayern, obviously, and then also like who's the creator? Like Declan Rice can get injured for Arsenal during these games, and then could be a upset. Obviously, Champions League is always going to be difficult. You'll never know what team is going to be in the final until it is the final, which is in May something. I don't know. But hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, comment, so it pushes to the algorithm. Algorithm. Damn, I cannot talk. Pushes to the algorithm, and I'll see you in the next one.